I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're going to be taking a look at Superman-Rebirth issue number 1. Can the older Superman from another Earth fill the shoes of the now deceased New 52 Superman? Well, let's hop on in and find out together. So as the comic opens up, we check on in with, you know what, honestly, I don't know what to call this character at this point. I mean, I was calling him Clark White because that was the name Old 52 pre-Flashpoint Clark Kent Superman assumed when he came to this Earth. Only now, because what we learned in DC Universe Rebirth, the New 52 isn't a new universe, it's the same universe just with 10 years stolen, and also this Superman is the only Superman now. So maybe he's not even the old Superman that we remember, he's just from a universe that was very much like the pre-Flashpoint universe, and oh god, I've gone cross-eyed. Comics never change. Superman, you know, I've decided I'm just gonna call him Superman, goes to the grave of the New 52 Superman at night. Apparently they had quite a big to-do for him earlier that day, and they're assembling a statue for him. Using his heightened senses, our hero discovers that someone is attempting to steal that body. That person turns out to be none other than Lana Lang. For a second, Lana thinks that this Superman in front of her is the one she knows back to life, only she's heartbroken to find out that's not the case. She's even a little mad too, thinking this guy is some sort of heartless imposter. Superman says that he's the real deal, and how he got to this Earth, that's really complicated. All she needs to know is that he's one of the good guys. Apparently Lana came here that night to steal Superman's corpse. No, get your mind out of the gutter. She wasn't going to do anything weird with it or sell it on eBay. She just wanted to make good on a promise that she had, and that is to let him be buried next to his parents in Smallville. The funny thing is, Superman isn't actually worried about the fate of New 52 Superman. The way he thinks of it, you know what, I died once on my Earth and came back to life. Why should the same not be true for this guy? It gets even crazier because he regales Lana Lang with the story of the famous death of Superman, his fight with Doomsday that tore up pretty much all of the city, and how both ended up dying at the same time, only for him to come back later in a black suit with a mullet. Ah, the 90s. It's funny, this is still Peter Tomasi writing, and yet here he's referencing a famous Dan Jurgens story. Jurgens will also be taking a Superman book in DC Rebirth. Superman recommends a trip to the New 52 version of the Fortress of Solitude, thinking that somewhere in the Kryptonian archives they will no doubt have a clue to resurrecting this New 52 Superman. Unfortunately, that quest ends up being something of a dead end, but Superman is moved to see that his younger self had actually made a monument to not only his Kryptonian parents, but his Earth ones as well. It's here too I'm kind of reminded that all throughout Super League, the New 52 Superman flew around and kind of got his affairs in order and got some people to, you know, more or less take up the mantle and fill the role for him, like Supergirl when he was gone. He also shared precious few words with Clark White while he was still alive. He never asked him to take up the mantle, but now that he sees what state the New 52 world is in, he has to wonder that maybe he should come out of retirement. All Clark White has really tried to do since he got to this strange, different world that was like his in many ways but different in others was to keep his young family safe. But as the famous quote which is said at the beginning of this book tells us, evil only prevails when good people choose to do nothing. And so Superman helps Lana transport the body of her friend back to Smallville. He also swears to take up the mantle of Superman and keep the light of hope alive. Superman Rebirth number 1 was a lot less of a fresh start for the Man of Steel, as it was an epilogue to Super League. Now that being said, I really enjoyed Super League, and as such I really enjoyed this comic. Superman, the old Superman, the one that we all know and love, is back. But moreover and more interesting than that is that he's back with a new set of problems and a new status quo. Now he not only has to be a superhero, but he also needs to be a father and a husband. Will his wealth of experience help him out in the long run, or is this new world too different and strange for him? I guess we'll have to pick up the first new number 1 and see for ourselves, won't we? Until then, I would feel comfortable giving this one an 8 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer? Or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.